Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We would ask that you please make sure you silence your cell phones and electronic devices, but please feel free to take photos during the ceremony. We'd like to thank you for attending this pinning ceremony for the spring cohort of 2023. Please remain seated as the students enter the auditorium. Students, please take your seats. I'd like to welcome to the podium the Assistant Dean for Undergraduate and Pre-Licensure Programs, Dr. Katie Harris.
Hello and good evening. Welcome. We are so glad to have you join us here today. This is actually one of my favorite activities that we do. It's such a special ceremony. My name is Katie Paris. I am the Assistant Dean for the Undergraduate and Pre-Licensure Pathways. I'm delighted to join you this evening for such a special ceremony and to welcome all of our BSN students into the nursing profession. On behalf of the School of Nursing and our Nursing Alumni Network, I would like to congratulate you on your acceptance into UAB School of Nursing. It's hard to believe, and you probably don't believe me now, but in just a few short semesters, we will meet again and place a second pin on your uniform to really suggest and to commence your successful completion of nursing school. I know you can't wait. Until then, expect long nights of studying, many caffeinated drinks, and exhausting clinical hours, and you're already shaking your head, so you know this to be true. The student sitting next to you may have started out as a stranger, but will soon become one of your dearest friends. Along with your classmates, the nurse leaders on this stage and the faculty are here to support you. I encourage you to cherish your time and experiences here in nursing school and learn as much as you can. I would now like to take a moment to introduce everyone on the stage. So please stand when I call your name, and I ask the audience to hold their applause until all the names have been called. Dr. Maria Shirey, Dean, UAB School of Nursing. Ms. Pepper Hoover, Chairperson, Department of Nursing Education, Wallace State Community College. Dr. Melissa Walker, Campus Chair, Joint Enrollment Coordinator, Jefferson State Community College. Ms. Connie Hogwood, Instructor and Director, BSN Program Junior Pathway. Dr. Nancy Claus, Assistant Professor and Director of the Joint Enrollment and Mobility Programs. Ms. Rachel Bruce, Instructor, BSN Program. And Dr. Melanie Holman, Assistant Professor and Nursing Alumni Network Board Member. We also have some very special guests here today, some of our faculty and alumni. I would like for you to stand as well. Mr. Michael Hyde, Dr. Kristen Ashley, Ms. Paula Majette, Ms. Tiffany Irvin, Dr. Ashley Petaway Bentley, Ms. Marilyn Johnson, Ms. Farah Poe. We can have a round of applause for our faculty. You may be seated. Now please welcome Ms. Pepper Hoover from Wallace State Community College. Thank you.
Good evening. As an alumni of UAB and faculty at Wallace State Community College, it is a pleasure to join you this evening for such a special celebration. Thank you for selecting nursing. We are excited to welcome our class of 9 students participating in the Joint Enrollment Program with Wallace State Community College and the UAB School of Nursing. This pathway will allow these nursing students the ability to complete their clinical education on Wallace's campus while simultaneously completing coursework at UAB, thus earning the BSN degree at the same time as they complete the associate degree in nursing. As our nation faces a critical nursing shortage, this program allows us to meet the goals of the state and nation for educating bachelor-prepared nurses. Combining the best assets of our community college system with the 4-year college system, our students will be enriched by the resources offered by both campuses. I can reflect on both my Wallace State experience and my Blazer heritage to be part of this collaboration. I am personally pleased to welcome you to the nursing profession, and I look forward to working with you in the future as we continue this successful partnership. I will now turn it over to Dr. Melissa Walker from Jefferson State Community College. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, and may I say on behalf of the Jefferson State Community College administration, faculty, and staff, we are more than honored to have our students choose us for their option to get into the nursing profession. It's a huge leap to go from thinking about being a nurse to actually becoming one, and you'll soon find that it takes a village. And so while your family and friends are here celebrating this start, you also need to remember that you will need them a lot of times throughout this next year or so. You're going to need someone to help cook you a meal, do your laundry, take care of a kid. It is truly a village effort. The student has to do all the studying and take the test and go to clinicals, but you have to live with them. Okay, you have to take care of them. They're going to need it. So we are excited that you have chosen nursing. I cannot think of a better profession to have entered myself personally. It has given me huge amounts of different achievements and goals that I've been able to meet because I did choose nursing. But it's also allowed me to have an impact on a lot of patients, and in my role as nurse educator, a lot of students. And one thing I want you to realize is that we have a bar that we set high for each of you. No matter which college you have chosen to attend, you have a high level of expectation for where you'll be. Because one day, I may look up and you may be taking care of me or taking care of a family member. And I want you to always remember that. Don't be scared to take care of us. We need you, and that's why we're going to teach you as much as we possibly can while you're with us. And we hope that you take that and move on and move upward and help us move the nursing profession forward. So thank you, family and friends, for being here tonight to celebrate. Thank you for helping them out along the way to graduation. And thank you, students, for again choosing nursing as your career. Now Dr. Nancy Claus will come.
Good evening. Since everyone else has said it, I'm going to say it as well. I am honored to join you this afternoon for the white coat portion of the ceremony. The white coat symbolizes the trust that society places in you as a nursing student. It is the emblem of developing nursing expertise and a sign of clinical relationship between you and your patients. The white coat represents the student's professional responsibility in the healthcare profession. So always wear your white coat with pride. I ask that all students stand. And please don your white coat. That is a lovely sea of white. Students, you may now be seated. It is my pleasure to welcome Dr. Maria Shirey to the podium.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Maria Shirey. I'm the Dean of the UAB School of Nursing, and it's a pleasure to be here with you and to be celebrating in this very exciting experience. I would like to personally welcome you, our newest nursing students, to our school and also to the profession of nursing and to the Lamp of Learning ceremony, which formally marks the beginning of your nursing career. As I have learned more about you as a cohort since the beginning of this term, I am impressed with the diversity of communities and experiences that you represent, and I'm even more impressed with what you have in common, and that is the desire to provide all people with quality health care, the quality health care that they deserve. You're entering the profession at a critical time when nurses have never been needed more. And we are in the midst of one of the deepest nursing shortages in our lifetime. And we need every single one of you. Today, you're joining the nursing profession during a new era of healthcare with science driving new treatments, drug discoveries, and vaccines in an ever-changing healthcare system. We see a growing interprofessional team approach to care delivery across disciplines, which encourages us to collaborate across those disciplines. And nursing practice is going beyond traditional settings to communities where people live and work, using the latest technologies and discoveries to provide better coordinated treatment across the healthcare continuum. As nurses, you will manage complex patient care. You will be called upon to fill gaps in primary, acute, and specialty care. You will lead and collaborate with healthcare teams for the best patient outcomes, and you will keep your eye on health for all populations. For nearly 20 years, nursing has been recognized by the Gallup poll as one of the most honest and ethical professions, and we're very proud of that. This recognition comes with responsibility, and it also requires you to uphold the highest ethical professional standards in your practice. Being a UAB educated nurse means receiving your nursing education in one of our nation's top schools. As a UAB educated nurse, you will learn from the best of the best on interprofessional teams at one of the country's top academic health science centers, in the nation's third largest public hospital, alongside our top tier clinical partners. And all of this means that you are uniquely positioned by your education to create the knowledge that sets the standards of care throughout the world. UAB nursing students have opportunities to help medically underserved persons in community clinics managed by our faculty, and to work side by side on research projects with remarkable internationally known nurse scientists. These can help you find your passion for nursing practice and science, allowing you to contribute to nursing knowledge and to set the path for the future. And the knowledge and skills that you will take away from your UAB nursing education will be profound. You will be a beacon of hope for your patients during some of the most joyous and trying times of their lives. We hear from our patients that the difference that we see and make in hospitals and healthcare settings happens because of your exceptional capabilities as UAB educated nurses. For more than 70 years, the UAB School of Nursing has shaped leaders who face the world's greatest health and patient care challenges, and we transform healthcare. We have educated more than 20,000 nurse leaders, many of whom sat where you are right now, and today contribute to play an important role in transforming nursing and healthcare every day, especially with quality healthcare access to all. UAB School of Nursing alumni impact healthcare in many areas, whether you become an expert clinician, a dean, a director of nursing, executives, presidents of universities and companies, scientists, advanced practice nursing, faculty, or another leader in the healthcare discipline, you will contribute as a UAB educated nurse. The learning opportunities you have over the course of your time here will prepare you to do all of these things. So take advantage of all of your learning opportunities here at UAB. They will be immense. Throughout the evolution of nursing on UAB's campus, one thing has remained the same, and that is that nurses have always been front line of the healthcare workforce, and never has it been more crucial for frontline nurses to be highly educated. As our newest students, it's up to you to step into your role as the future of innovation and achievement in nursing and in healthcare. I encourage you to lead by example, to tackle head-on the growing challenges and demands in healthcare, and be the difference that we want to see in the world. As you embark on the next chapter in your life, I encourage you to reflect on our school's vision of innovative leaders transforming health. What will you, the future of the nursing workforce, contribute to the nursing profession and the populations we serve? Now to the task at hand, and that is the Florence Nightingale Pledge. Are you ready? Florence Nightingale in the mid-1800s established the core values that guide the standards of nursing practice to provide the highest quality health care that protects and promotes human dignity. Students, I would like you to at this point stand and join me in the nursing pledge, which is printed on the back of your program. So repeat after me, please. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to practice my profession faithfully with the full knowledge of the responsibilities I am undertaking. I promise to care for my clients with all the knowledge, skills, and understanding I possess. I will respect at all times the dignity and beliefs of the patients under my care. And hold in professional confidence all personal information entrusted to me in the practice of my profession. I will refrain from any action that might endanger the life or health of my clients. And will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skills at the highest level. With full awareness of my qualifications and limitations. I will do my utmost to uphold and elevate the standards of the nursing profession. As well as give my support and cooperation to all members of the healthcare team. Please be seated. We are proud to have you become a part of our school's history today and continue the Lamp of Learning tradition. Thank you for joining us.
Okay, y'all are way too serious. I want to see some smiles out there. Okay, this is great. They're used to me. Okay, we will now proceed with the pinning portion of our ceremony. The lamp that you are going to receive tonight is an international nurse symbol that is widely known to symbolize Florence Nightingale and her transforming work in the nursing profession. Her lamp became synonymous with goodwill, reliability, and compassion, which are all the attributes that are highly desirable in the field of nursing today. Throughout the world, nurses from the largest single group of healthcare workers and the availability of good nursing care in a country is a measure of the health status of that nation. The Lamp of Learning pin that you receive tonight is a daily reminder of the commitment you are making to do your very best and the role you will play in the lives of all your future patients. At this time, I ask the students from Wallace State and Jefferson State rise and head to the back of the auditorium. And I invite Dr. Pete Tafani to the podium.
Attending this evening will be Dr. Maria Shirey and members of the School of Nursing Alumni Network and faculty. I invite Dr. Shirey, Dr. Melanie Hallman, Ms. Marilyn Johnson, Ms. Farah Poe, Dr. Katie Paris, and Dr. Ashley Petty Burnley to stand in the front of the stage to pin our students. Students, as I call your name, please come forward. Aubrey Finkley. Taylor Aronson. Elizabeth Clements. Jane Ellen Coker. Jasmine Craig. Cody Dunnigan. Destiny Godwell. Georgia Hatch. Angelina Hessifer. Chloe Sellers. Deja Serrano. Kenzie Swindle. Lily Williams. Sydney Woodson. I would ask students in the front row to please rise and move to the back of the auditorium. Daniel Alcantara. Remy Alex. Nora Alzabak. Gracie Marganier. Andrew Balcom. Taylor Bell. Victoria Benson. Allison Benevenuti. Lydia Berry. Hannah Booker. Marlon Borrego. India Boyer. Julianne Brasher. Ashley Rodnax. Abigail Bucks. Sophie Burks. Ariel Burton. Molly Butler, Jordan Caldwell, Raven Carter, Devon Chevest, Chungi Sho, Jackson Clayton, Ashley Cortez, Tarek Cunningham, Shakenya Curtis, Sabrina Davis, Sean Deloney, Alyssa Dexter, Carson Dickerson, India Dixon, Brooklyn Dodson, Ariel Dorn, Kristen Drake, Emily Driscoll, Jalen Easter, Dominique Elston, Michelle Embry, Hannah Estes, Avery Foster, Shayla Franklin, Chanterior Frazier, Taylor Freeman, Anya Gable, Chase Gibbons, Kayla Hardy, Kayla Harris, Ashanti Hawkins, Callie Helms, Ashley Henderson, Jaleesa Hernandez, Iana Hester, Desiree Howard, Cameron Howard, Alyssa Hunt Jones, Isaiah Hunters, Caitlin Hurley, Ariel Hutchinson, Carol Hutchinson, Stacy Amani, Stella Janis, Ivana Jimenez Rivas, Matya Johnson, Taylor Jones, Lacey Kay, David Kempton, Alexis Kiefer, Lindsay King, Latondria Kersey, Wenji Kwan, Jaden Lafayette, Lopez Larios, Reese Lay, Jen Lee, Kieran Lee, Holly Lovell. Anna Moreno. Kaylee McHugh. Sydney McGregor. Jakiria McCran. Wendy Mezaflores. Nay Miller. Selena Miller. Deanna Moats. Hayden Montalbano. Jennifer Moore. Ellie Noel. Nikki O'Keefe. Kimberly Palmore. Christiana Parker. Ellie Patel. Brock Patterson. Lizzie Peoples. Kristen Phillips. Michaela Phillips. Madison Purcell. Brian Quigley. Priya Raymond. Erica Ross. Jakaya Roston. Savannah Scroggins. Jacob Siegel. Holly Shirek. Madhuri Shitha. Kia Sidney. Adeline Simmons. Sanaya Sistrom. Kenyatta Slaughter. Corey Smith. Maggie Smith. Mackenzie Stewart. Macy Stringfellow. Kayla Swope. Jade Taylor. Maria Terrazas. Giovanna Tessiner. Reagan Tolbert. Jayla Turk. Taylor Usher. Cameron Walker. Abby Waters. Kristen Williams. Takia Williams. Kiyosha Zitterman. I would ask our faculty to find their seats. Let's give these newly pinned future nurses a round of applause. My pleasure to welcome the student speaker for this evening, Ms. Skylar Jones.
Good evening, Dr. Shirey, distinguished faculty, alumni, family, friends, and future nurses. My name is Skylar Jones, and I am so honored to be speaking to you all this evening. Nursing students, you have all come such a long way from where you began. I would love to stand here and tell you that manually checking blood pressures is as hard as it gets, but sadly I cannot. This journey will be a challenge, but it will be one of the most rewarding things you will do. You will learn so much, meet so many new people, and grow in the best possible way. Be proud of yourselves for how far you've come. So just to tell you a little bit about me, I'm a fourth semester nursing student and I have exactly 178 days, 12 hours, 8 minutes, and 52 seconds until graduation. I've always been a little nervous about my time in undergrad to end, but recently I've become very excited because of all the possibilities that will open once I graduate and walk across the stage. Nurses are more important than you know, and I'm looking forward to graduation day, and you all can take comfort in the fact that you soon will be there too. With your first month of nursing school coming to an end, I know I don't have to tell you that it takes a lot of hard work and determination. You all have probably already experienced nursing school all-nighters, texting that one friend to explain something to you from lecture that just completely went over your head, or trying to pick a specific question to ask your professor when you really just want to say, I don't understand a single thing. Nursing school can feel extremely daunting at times, but I want you to think of all the things you have done well just in this first month. As nervous as I was my first semester, bonds were made that continue to this day. Trust me, the late night studying with friends will soon be a happy memory of how hard you worked to reach your goal of becoming nurses. Look around, because you're not alone and you are all going on this journey together. So as you sit in that lecture room that feels too big with concepts that feel too hard, I want you to remember you are now sitting somewhere that at one point was just a dream you had. I want you to find joy in everything you do. Work hard even if no one is watching, because odds are someone always is. And take a deep breath. Value yourself. Don't second guess your abilities. Don't be afraid to ask questions. And know that your contributions matter. I know it can be hard to filter through the noise of how hard nursing school is, but I want you to remember that feeling you had when you opened your acceptance letter. Remember that if you accomplish that, then you can accomplish this. Normally before an exam, I'll call my mom, and when I'm a little nervous, she always tells me to go be great before my exams. So that is what I will leave you with. Graduation will be here before you know it, so study well, rest well, and go be the greatest nurses that I know you can be. Go be great, keep going, and I wish you all the best in the future. Thank you all so much.
Hey guys, it's really good to see you other than a Friday afternoon, which is your least favorite time to see a teacher. But good evening everyone. I'm an instructor in their program, the UAB Students Program. It's a privilege to speak with you this evening during this really special ceremony like everyone has said. I would like to share with you an excerpt from an article by Ann Katz, who's a professor at the University of Manitoba, who writes of how she would encourage those interested in a nursing career. She wrote, I would tell them with no hesitation that nursing is the most wonderful career. I would not start with the rationale that this is a career that allows flexibility with a family, or that nurses can easily enter and leave the workforce because nurses are always needed. I would not talk about the current nursing shortage and how the possibilities are endless. I would instead tell them of the great joys and sorrows that are an inherent part of a nurse's work life, and the immense privilege of being a part of a patient's lives as they struggle and triumph with the challenges that face them and their families. I would tell them that the university courses are difficult at times, I'm sure you all know that, and often seem to have little bearing on what a nurse actually does. They should be told that an understanding will come with time, hindsight, and a little experience. I would point out that there is book knowledge and there is real-world knowledge, and the two go hand in hand. I would tell them that they will meet registered nurses who will inspire them by their examples, and on rare occasions there will be others who will depress them with their cynicism. I would wish for them the honor of being present as a new life comes into the world, and the privilege of quiet presence when another passes from this world. And I would love for them to see the speed with which a sick child gets well and returns to play, even while the parents sit exhausted. I would wish for them to get to be a part of a counseling session where the client has a breakthrough and see in their eyes that they have connected the dots and that change can now happen in their life. I would describe to them the feeling and satisfaction of working hard and leaving the unit knowing that they made a difference in the life of patients as well as their colleagues during that shift. Today, nurses are doing more than ever and finally receiving the recognition, the consummate professionals that they have always been known to themselves to be. Nurses can choose to work in areas where technology is on the cutting edge, and yet we can still soothe and comfort with our hands and our hearts. We can choose to make a difference each day as caregivers, as teachers, as counselors, as creators, and conduits of specialized knowledge that alters lives. In the months ahead, think about what makes you get up each day and go to school to become a nurse. It is so easy to focus on the frustrations that sometimes you can forget the triumphs and the small moments that make you so proud that you are preparing to become a nurse. I hope that you will remember these words as you progress through your coursework and ask yourself, why do I want to be a nurse? The symbol of the lamp that you received this evening is one you can wear with pride. It is now a permanent part of your official UAB student uniform. Remember that you represent the School of Nursing, UAB, and the nursing profession. I ask that all students stand, and we may now light our candles. As you light your candle this evening, as you begin your commitment to care, remember these words. Let me dedicate my life today to the care of those who come my way. Let me touch each one with healing hand and the gentle art for which I stand. And then tonight, when day is done, let me rest in peace if I help just one. Florence Nightingale said, "It is the unqualified result of all my experience with the sick that second only to their need of fresh air is their need of light." May each of you bring light to the lives you touch as professional nurses. Good luck to each of you. We look forward to your successes, and we are all here to help you achieve it. You can now turn off your candle and be seated, and we'll please welcome Dr. Melanie Hallman to the stand.
Well, hello. It is so wonderful to meet all of you tonight, and I'm going to have to say something really quickly. The sound that came from all of the lab coats when you were all donning them at the same time was overwhelming, wasn't it? That got to me. All right. I am Dr. Melanie Hallman, and I am a 4-time graduate of UAB School of Nursing. You too can do it. I also have to say one more thing. As of June, I will have been a graduate of UAB School of Nursing for 40 years. So, and what I'm saying with that is, you should never go away. This place is home. And they may want me to go away sooner or later, but only teasing. There's always a place for you here. That is my point. I'm a member of the Nursing Alumni Network Board, and it's an honor and a privilege for our board to be here with you tonight. We want to welcome you to the nursing profession. The idea of being an alumni at this point is probably like, when's that going to happen? But it's 5 semesters away. How about that? I look forward to getting to know you as students, but even more so when you are an alumni. We want you back here because we do events all year long. We have wonderful chances for you to reconnect with other alumni. your classmates, and believe it or not, you'll run into them 40 years later. We also want you to know that we're very proud to supply your lamp pins. That's another thing that the Alumni Network does. We hope you'll wear those pins with pride and that they remind you that you are a UAB nurse, the best of the best.
Let's once last time for this evening congratulate these students as they begin their journey into nursing. We would ask that the audience members please remain seated as the students depart the auditorium, and please join us for cake and reception back at the School of Nursing building.